my name is Tara Franzetti and I'm the Youth Services Manager for the Appomattox Regional Library System. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about some fun ways to make reading more enjoyable with your child. The first thing I'll say is you don't have to be a teacher or a librarian to make reading an enjoyable experience. There are lots of little tricks and tips I'll give you that'll help make it more fun for your kids. I'll also say that visiting your local library is a great way to pick out some fun books, and we also have, all libraries have experts there that are there to help you select good books to read with your child. The first thing I'll show you is when I look for a book to read, it's story time. This one's called Trashy Town, and we can see on the cover some fun things that would interest a child and make them want to read the story. We have a trash truck here and a car and some other items that they'll recognize. If your child loves books about trucks, pick out books about trucks. If they love books about animals, pick out books about animals. Find things that your child is interested in because that'll automatically make them more excited to read the story with you. Looking inside the book, I always choose books that do not have too much text per page because that would indicate the story is too long. We want to hold their interest. I also look for books that have a great repeating pattern to them, have a rhythm, and maybe even some actions we can work in when we're reading the story with our child. So I'm going to read a little bit of this story to you as if I would at story time and show you some of the things I do to help make that experience more fun. So in this book, we're going to read about Mr. Gilly. He's a garbage man, which doesn't sound too exciting, but we're going to make this a really fun book to read. So our story starts like this. Mr. Gilly is a trash man. In the morning, Mr. Gilly puts on his heavy gloves. He climbs into his big trash truck. He turns the key. He drives his empty truck down the street. He is looking for trash. And this is where the book gets really fun. Stop! There are trash cans by the school, and Mr. Gilly empties the cans into his truck. Now this is a motion you can repeat with your child in each section of the story, so here we go. Dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. Is the trash truck full yet? No. Mr. Gilly drives on. Now, Mr. Gilly in the story visits lots and lots of places in his town, and we do the same action again, dump it in, smash it down, drive around the trashy town. After a few repeats of that, your child will start to get involved, and they'll hopefully do it along with you. Another thing I like to do when reading with a child is try to find some familiar things on pages that they may recognize so we can ask them a little bit about the story. So on this page, I might say, where do we think Mr. Gilly is now? I see a Dalmatian or a fire dog, and that looks like it might be a fire truck. So we could talk a little bit about that. Maybe your child will say, oh, I think he's at the fire station, or I think that's a fire dog that he's petting. So that's something you can do when you read any kind of story. Look for things on the page that you can talk about together. And then when you're done reading the story, another great thing is to say, so what did Mr. Gilly do in this book? And you can talk about some of the things that you read about. The more exciting and involved you are with the story when you're reading to your child, the more excited they're going to be to read with you. So make sure you visit your local library soon and pick out some great books to read with your kids. Thanks.